It's April 16th. I apologize, 2015. Oh, another little walk. I'll tell you what, I love this weather. It's so beautiful out today. So I figured I'd take another peek, see if I see any shrooms. I don't walk around too far when I do this. If I see one, then I might get more serious. But haven't seen any yet, and it would probably be right about the beginning of when they're going to pop around here. Really haven't had any good sunlight. Today it's poking out though pretty good, so we shall see. Still seeing a lot on the news about the Walmart ordeal. And I'll tell you, I saw Linda. She posted a video and more or less saying that it's not a concern, it's no big deal, that it's due to other things. And Professor Doom, I believe, posted a video. Anyway, he's saying more or less, I guess I should continue that thought. He's saying more or less we should also keep an eye, might have been Freedom Fighter, an eye on the stores that have already been closed for some time. And I would agree with that wholeheartedly. We really need to watch this close, folks, because, things can change overnight so quickly, and it appears to me they could be staging areas. It just doesn't make any sense. Why would you, lose all that business, close an entire store, when you could just kind of close off sections of it as you do your plumbing work? It just doesn't make any sense to me. So, be vigilant. I have had quite a few messages, private messages on Facebook. And again, if always, please subscribe, share the video, join the Facebook page, because that's where I correspond with people, is on the Facebook page. If you've got any questions or comments or whatever, you can either send the page a message or comment on one of the links or leave the page something. And, a lot of times somebody has something interesting that they want, would like the page to be posted. I'll allow it on the wall. So, please, like I say, like the Facebook page, subscribe to the channel, share. I haven't been, I haven't been skipping out on you guys. I've just really been paying close attention to the news. I've been trying to discern, and been doing some deep digging. I don't want to bring you the same old stuff. I know I keep saying that, but I don't want to bring you the same old stuff that everybody else is just regurgitating, What's the point? And I did, the last video I made, my last little walk here, I did prompt quite a few questions about preparation, survival. I had a couple people talk to me about not having very much money. Our Father in Heaven knows that I'm in that position myself. Be nice if people would donate to the link below. No, I'm just kidding. If you can, please do. Otherwise, I'm really not. I'm not expecting it at all. However, it just, you just have to search for how to do things inexpensively. Like I replied to one of the messages, water filtration is going to be an ultimate importance. And that being said, and I've said it on several videos, you can build a cheap water filter with some rock, some sand, and some charcoal, empty 2-liter soda bottle or whatever. Now that just filters it. You would still need to boil the water. Just search. Go out there and search. I had one of the questions that was asked to me. I said, well, we don't have much money. It seems like there needs to be an added concern for a nuclear event. And I agree with that. I do believe that there is added concern for that. I don't know whether it would just be an EMP or if it would be something a little larger scale. I do know that that I'm not prepared for that myself. I used to have some gas masks, some M95Ms. Lost them along with everything I lost down in Alabama. And I really don't have any answers to tell you other than, you know, search Google, learn what to do in that type of event. But as far as making a homemade mask to protect against radiological things, I really don't know where to begin to tell you. So, you know, maybe there's some information out there on how to do that. I don't know. But if you can go to budk.com. A lot of times they have cheap stuff like that. So, last time I looked, I think their M95s were like $13 a piece. I sure wished I could afford about 3, 4, maybe 5 of them. I'm in bad financial shape. I'm about as busted as it gets. I've been thankful to have friends help me out, supply a roof over my head and food in my belly, and I'm very appreciative of it. And it's been a long, crazy road here this last year and a half, for sure. But there's a little light at the end of the tunnel. That's the good thing. I just hope I can make that light shine a little bit before things get too crazy, you know. But as far as news, somebody else had mentioned, you know, when you got one hand trying to get the attention, you know, like a magician, you need to watch the other hand. And I want to agree and say that once again, because there's a lot of focus being put on Jade Helm. Now, that being said, I don't think there's much focus on mainstream media being put on Jade Helm. That's where you usually want to start looking at the other hand, is when mainstream media is going crazy over something, then you want to look elsewhere. I don't think that they are really doing that. I've been putting a lot of thought into, okay, so why are they doing all these early exercises, all these other early drills before Jade Helm? And so I'm kind of wondering, and you could call it a conspiracy theory on this if you want, or it's just a thought, if maybe they're doing drills to prepare for the actual event, in which Jade Helm being the actual event. Something's up. It's undeniable. I mean, how can you stage something like that, and on that kind of a level, especially in this country where you're not supposed to be doing that to begin with, and not suspect something's up with that. You know, it's everything. You have to look at everything, folks. That's what I keep saying. You have to look at the UN Arms Treaty. You have to, you know, you have to look at it all, and you have to consider it all. And we have been making a fast stride towards, you know, unbelievable forms of gun control. And the thing that concerns me is the level that it's being pushed by others. You know, some people would say liberals or whatever. You know, I'm not all about labels. So I'm about doing, you know, right and wrong, doing what's right, not doing what's wrong. And I would say we need to be very mindful of watching what's going on, especially in these drills leading up to Jade Helm, because it seems like there's a lot of things that we're going to see in that are going to be a direct relation to what's going to happen in the Jade Helm. So they're happening all over. I noticed these drills that are popping up in places other than where Jade Helm is supposed to take place. So, you know, again, use your own discernment. Use your head. Don't lose your head. And just keep an eye open, a very vigilant eye, you know. Apparently people are starting to stack up a little bit out there in Oregon. I'm glad to see that. I just wish people would get fired up over more things than just the BLM. You know, we need to remember that we all have rights here, and not just a few of us, and not just those that agree with us. We have to remember that we all have those rights, and seems to be something that people often forget. You know, I don't see the Oath Keepers or the militias and all that standing up for many of the protests and things that are going on in this country. But they all run, you know, twice now. And I'm not putting them down or anything in that way. I'm trying to bring everybody together, you know. Whether it be police brutality, you know, that's what gets me. How come we don't see the militias and the Oath Keepers and stuff more involved in the police brutality? Because that's who needs to be involved in the police brutality. You know, a lot of these people that are protesting the police brutality and whatnot, they are, you know, they're not openly pro-Second Amendment supporters and stuff like that. As we know in history, the people that are going to lay down their arms, so to speak, or not have arms to begin with, are just going to be walked right over. And so these people need help, you know. So if you belong to a militia, if you belong to the Oath Keepers or something like that, you know, start talking to other members and start getting involved in everyone's cause. You know, not just those that have to do with land grabs or, you know, or Second Amendment or whatever. You know, nobody should get beaten. Okay, you know, yeah, if an officer tries to apprehend somebody and they beat the officer or whatever, yeah, you know, I mean, again, discernment's key. But when you have people that are just running from the police over a broken taillight and they're shot down in cold blood, no. You know, when you have cops that are claiming that, oh, I grabbed the wrong weapon, I grabbed the the service revolver when I meant to grab the taser. No, folks, that don't happen. And then you don't fire multiple rounds if it did happen. You know, this is getting ridiculous. It really is. You know, I'm just old enough to remember to when, you know, there could be a pretty serious situation, a pretty dangerous situation that a police officer would talk that situation down. And, you know, 9 times out of 10, there was absolutely no violence involved. I mean, none. Now it just seems like they just look for an excuse to just open fire. I don't get it. I don't get it. It just doesn't make sense, but it's got to stop, and we have to work together to stop it, you know? And I hope that it can be stopped non-violently. I really do. I mean, when will mankind ever learn? When will mankind ever learn? I don't know, folks. That's what I got for you. I know it's kind of a bunch of nothing, but I hope there is more of a message in there for people. You know, I really do. I'm following some news stuff. If anything breaks out with it, I'll hop on with an update. So, other than that, that's what I got for you. You know, God bless you all. Be one with your spirit, and I wish us the best through all of this. Have a good one.